Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome for the first time. On this channel, I like to go out and explore the world around us, taking pictures with old digital cameras. I thought I'd bring it out on the rainy day today because you've just got to make the most of the world. And I went for a little bit of a lull recently, not taking many pictures, and I feel a bit guilty because I want to be uploading and showing these old cameras to the world. So I was quite lucky to pick up a camera that I've wanted for some while. I'll go into more detail about why I wanted this camera in the video, but it is a Nikon Coolpix 3700 from the year 2003. I'll be taking it around just for like a little walk, seeing what I can see today, try and capture the rainy vibes, and we'll see how the camera does. So I hope you enjoy this video. One of the charms of using these old digital cameras is the fact that they're so small and obviously compact. You can just chuck them in your pocket and take them out on a rainy day. There's something about it that just feels so rewarding. I actually had someone ask me the other day if I genuinely like all the pictures that I'm taking, and I have to say yes, and I think it's because of the, as I've just explained, the charm of just getting out and about and enjoying the world. I should say that I just really do enjoy the pictures that I take. Because it can be tricky sometimes, obviously, using these old digital cameras. I'm not in it for a high definition 4K picture. I'm in it more for just like the enjoyment of using the camera and the feeling that the pictures give me. It's like a little time machine in your pocket. And my time machine in today's video took me right back to 2003. It's the Nikon Coolpix 3700. I've really enjoyed using this camera. I wanted it for some time because it has a viewfinder and I liked the button layout. That is as simple as it gets when I look for these cameras. But anyway, I chucked it in my pocket and took it for a spin. I just went for a walk around my town. I like doing this because obviously there are things that are familiar to me, but I like to capture them from different angles and through different cameras because you get different feelings from different cameras, in my opinion. The pictures are straight from the camera. They haven't been edited in any way, shape or form. Sometimes I'll crop an image or like rotate it to get it in line and stuff like that, but I haven't touched any of these ones. I just wanted you to see them direct from camera. Considering this was just a little chilled out walk in the rain and I'm not trying to win any awards with these images, I'm very happy with how they turned out. I actually got some interesting video footage from the camera as well that I'd like to share just after I go over my first thoughts on the camera. Hello, you join me on day 2 with the camera. I've just popped out for a walk. There might be a bit of an echo in here. One thing to note is it does have a viewfinder, but you probably won't find yourself using it because it's not that great. It's pretty cool if you fancy lining it up, and to be fair, if it's a really sunny day, it can sometimes be hard to see the LCD screen. Sadly, I don't know that of this camera because I'm in Britain and the weather has been dreadful. Hence the rainy walk vibes in the video. But so far I've been really enjoying it. Yesterday I got it home and I looked at the pictures. I wasn't blown away because sometimes with these old cameras they really capture how I want to see things. They add loads of noise, but it wasn't doing so well with the light. There's a picture I took through the bushes and the light just looked a bit horrible coming through the leaves, but obviously you don't expect the highest of quality with these cameras. You want them to look a bit old school and have that nostalgic feeling, which it obviously does. And that nostalgic feeling is enhanced by the video that this camera manages to capture. It almost lets in like this funny purpley looking light. It just looks like an old memory and feels very familiar. Obviously the footage does look very old and doesn't have that crisp HD quality like the cameras of today. I would have liked to have got more video footage using this camera, but in my next video I've actually taken another old digital camera to a festival and just got completely video footage, so I thought I would focus more on the images this camera takes today. Whilst I'm out, I thought I would go onto the online gallery because you can access it via your phone. It's something that I've started where monthly I will showcase images from the community, being you guys. You can submit your images via the Discord server. I'll leave the links to that below, and you can also download the nostalgia presets that way as well. But in the June gallery, we've got some great entries, and I thought we'd kick it off with the first one. I don't put them in any particular order, but it's quite fitting that this one from Fabian Tellenbroker is on a Nikon Coolpix, and it's a great image. I believe they mentioned in the email that they have sort of hacked the camera to do infrared, so it looks very interesting. There's some great images from all around the world as well, so you get to discover new photographers using these old digital cameras. So I'll leave a link below to the gallery, and if it's something that you're interested in getting involved in, please check out the links below. So I'm going to implement a new rating system into these videos, and at the end of each video I will give these cameras a nostalgia rating and a use rating, being like the functionality and how well you can use the camera. But I should just go over some specs, as I'm aware I'm not a very spec heavy channel. I'm more about the use, the look of the images, and just showing the camera for what it is. But here is a quick rundown of the key specs. First off, we've got a 3.2 megapixel CCD sensor, about 1/2.7 inch in size. The lens has a 3 times optical zoom, ranging from 35 to 105mm equivalent, with an aperture of f2.8 to 4.9. On the back, there's a 1.5 inch TFT LCD with 134,000 pixels, plenty for you to frame your shots. For video, it shoots 640 to 480 at 15 frames per second. It uses SD cards for storage and has 16 megabyte of internal memory, but please don't rely on that. Go out and grab yourself a nice little 2 gigabyte memory card. You'll get plenty of shots on that. The battery life is good. I find with these cameras, if you just turn it off after each shot, you have plenty of time and plenty of shots to take. And to round up this video, I have my ratings. This is a new system, so I haven't got a checklist. I should have really thought about this more before implementing the idea. But I'm going to give it an 7 out of 10 in the nostalgia factor, mainly because of the features and feeling of the camera. It feels like it's from 2003, and the pictures just don't quite have that noisy, grainy, digital vibe that I'm going for. It's like, I can imagine in 2003 this was a really good camera in terms of the pictures probably looked really nice, but I want that sort of crunchy digital feeling that I'm not getting from the pictures. But the features get it up to a 7 out of 10. Although those features contradict my other rating, being the use rating, because they are old from 2003. I don't think they thought through a lot of the usage with this camera. Obviously, the viewfinder is pointless. You can't even really use it. It's nice to have it there, and it's a cool feature, but you can't use it. And one thing that I didn't mention in the video is the on-off switch is in the most annoying place ever, because if you've ever used the Sony Cybershot DSC W50, you'll know that the zoom switch is at the top. It's like a little toggle that you pull back or push forwards, and on this camera it's the on-off switch. So I kept on turning the camera off every time I wanted to get a picture. Not every time, I obviously had to get used to it. And the zoom function on this camera is on the back, but you'd have to use your thumb. They're like buttons. So I am giving it a 5 out of 10 for use. I know, I'm sorry, Nikon Coolpix 3700 users, but it just doesn't feel very intuitive to use. But other than that, it's a great camera, and I will be taking it out again. I'd like to thank anybody who has made it this far in the video. If you do like this content, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me massively. And if you have any requests for cameras you'd like to see in future videos, just let me know in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.